Charlotte's premier indie radio show that focuses solely on local and regional music. We will go venue to venue, spotlighting shows in the upcoming week, and previous show will help guide you through local shows and music from bands you have heard about but haven't had the chance to actually listen to. This is your chance to see what's going on in Charlotte's budding music scene. We have Stereoloud and Zack Whyel from WhyelFiles with us this evening. That was Knuckle Up by Stereoloud. What's up, dudes? Ray, I understand that you make instrumental albums as well, not just beats for rappers.
Yep. I work on instrumental pretty much all the time. So stuff that doesn't go to Stereoloud or like other projects, or sometimes I might make something that's just like, not a certain kind of music, so just build that into an instrumental project, release that like after everything else.
I was passing out the first like mixtape I made called Chili Cheese Fries. Shout out to Coney Island in Detroit, Michigan, because that's all we eat. I was passing that out at this skateboard shop, and he was like, "Oh, I make beats." I was like, "That's awesome. I've been looking for," because I was doing mixtape beats. It's like, I want like a producer like to work with. So we went to his car, he started playing beats, he played the What's Happening beat, and I started spitting freestyle to it and some writtens that I had, and then we met up that Sunday and started recording, and we just met up every Sunday, like, consistently.
This is in Detroit.
Yeah, and we just kept making music every Sunday. That's when we meet up, because he lives about a half hour away from me. And then we finished our first album, and I decided to move and get out of Detroit, and I did, and kept making music. And now he comes to Charlotte, I go to Detroit, we do shows in both cities every now and then we can.
Well, what were you doing in Detroit prior to getting up and
making music.
Yeah, that's what I definitely liked about Zack, is like he was already doing his thing. Like a lot of times people come to you with like their first idea for a rap song and they want to work with you and stuff, and it's like a lot of times you want other people to like get their feet wet before you're gonna start working with someone. I've been making beats for like 10 years now. So like when I met Zack, it was like, okay, you know, he's been doing stuff and it's kind of along the lines of the music I would like to listen to. So definitely wanted to work with him, and it worked out, and his work habit complements mine. So we get stuff done.
Yeah, when I heard your beats, I was like, that's it, I'm good. I want that.
Yeah, we also have Zack Whyel from the WhyelFiles here. I know that y'all have a show Friday.
Yep, it's coming Friday.
Together, WhyelFiles and Stereoloud with Luca Brasi.
Yep.
How did y'all get together?
So, I guess it started probably 2-3 years ago. We were at I guess, what was this, like a university party, right?
Yeah,
something like that?
random university party.
Yeah, it was just total random coincidence, but we just ran into each other. Actually, I think there was a freestyle going on upstairs or something. I was like, I think I was filming, and then I was like,
I rapped, and I seen this dude with really long hair, and I was like, yo man, did you get that on tape? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna put it online tomorrow. And I was like, that's pretty crazy. And I seen it, and I was like, I'm gonna email this dude and see what's up.
And it just sparked off from there, and that was it.
Do some crazy WhyelFiles party at a mansion, and that was awesome. He made me like him even more.
Did that fascinating video?
No, that was another time that he threw a party at a mansion.
Dude, I wanted to come down. Like, Zack would tell me about all this stuff, and I'm just sitting like in my house in Detroit, like on like a long Thursday night. It's like, man, we jamming in Charlotte right now. Like,
it's the Mansion City.
We try to do it big.
Shout out to the Miracle Mansion.
So as rappers in the modern global culture, how do you feel about the Charlotte rap scene?
I think it's beautiful. No, seriously, I like how like it's close knit and there's no one's like really sketchy or doing. Everyone wants to work together and network, and that's like it's the most positive, moving forward momentum. Because like I know being from where I'm from, like oversaturation, there's just a lot of stuff going on. It's a bigger city, and this it's like a baby like just being born, like you know what I mean, and everyone's just like so about it, like everyone gets to eat at the table pretty much. Like that's what I love about Charlotte.
Me seeing it from an outwards perspective, I just feel like Charlotte is such a growing city in general, but the hip-hop scene specifically is just, I think it's very original, very different than a lot of the different cities I've seen out in the United States, because like Zack said, it is, you know, it's something new, it's something fresh. And And I feel like just a lot of the vibe that people are bringing to the table out here is just, it's just a lot different, a lot more special than some other things that are going on around the U.S. right now. So Charlotte's definitely a place that people need to be looking for as far as music, you know, arts, everything, as far as that's concerned.
Luca Brasi got a very different style.
Yeah.
How did you meet him?
Honestly, man, it was kind of along the same lines, but it was more so a friend of a friend type thing. I think we met one night out too, and you know, kind of just stemmed from there. I would see him. He actually was friends with some BMXers at the time that we were friends with. We'd see here and there. So I kept seeing him at the skate park with the BMX guys, and then you know, just kind of kept going from there, kept rolling, and here we are today. So.
I like that you're describing situations where you meet people randomly. You enjoy what you can tell they're serious about what they're doing, and then that doesn't just stop there. It turns into collaboration and support, mutual support.
I think there's a lot of that going on in Charlotte right now. People really gotta really start sticking together and working with each other and building this unit, because we got a lot going on out here.
Stereoloud, Mama Knows Best.
Yeah, well, actually, before we go to Mother Knows Best, where did the sample come from? Like, it's a pretty
That track is hot.
Yeah.
Which sample?
Yeah, the Mother Knows Best.
The Mother Knows that sample? That's from a Dave Smith Tetra synthesizer. It's an analog synthesizer. I played them keys. There's no samples on that track. It's one of my favorite tracks. Like, I try to not sample sometimes because, like, I used to worry about legal stuff, but like, I don't think it matters anymore because we give all our music away for free anyway. But I definitely try as a musician to not sample because, you know, play your own stuff, you know, like, so there's no samples in that.
To not be able to answer your question, what category, type of rap does mine fit in? Because the harder that question is, I think the more unique my music is, and that's what I try to do. But as far as just like being a rapper and my motivation to make music, it's like to give back what I've been given. As far as all the rappers that I heard coming up, I want to give back something. Like, they contributed to the hip hop culture in such a respectful way. I want to make sure that I do the same thing. You know what I mean? Whether 2 people hear my song or 5 million. You know what I mean?
Well, does that have to do with what you're writing about? Or does that have to do with how you're coming at it?
Sometimes. I guess that depends. But I mean, definitely, I try to make it as original as possible. I want it to be our music, you know what I mean? And not sound like anyone else.
What are you writing about?
I write about political stuff, or like, kind of political stuff, but maybe in a more like abstract way. And you know, I also have just
very abstract, which I love.
What up?
Your lyrical structure is very abstract. Which I love.
Yeah, totally. I try to come off left field. I mean, my favorite rappers are the ones that like you can never predict what they're gonna say, and those are the ones that really like wanting to be a rapper. So I definitely want to be like left field. I don't want to sound like anyone else, but definitely at the same time, like, growing up listening to like a lot of people off like Def Jux and Rhyme Sayers, and then like 90s with like Wu-Tang Clan. I mean, there's no denying. I mean, all that stuff has influenced me. So of course I have battle-oriented rhymes.
Yeah.
But the more and more you get weathered and write music, your battle-oriented rhymes kind of become like inner struggle, and you're almost battling yourself. Sometimes I write lines where I'm like making fun of myself because like I need to get off my ass and do something. So it's like a motivational speech in the form of a rap song for myself and for anyone else that needs it. You know what I mean? So that's what I try and do.
That's really cool. So this is probably a hard question for any artist, but what if in the end you never make it?
Don't give a flying hello, what's up?
I'll be all right. I'm not worried about it. Like, any way it goes about.
I mean, what is making it?
Pretty much,
For real,
right?
you know what I mean?
Like, you got your bills to pay.
Like, if you can look back 10 years from now and look at your catalog of music, is that not making it?
Yeah,
you know what
totally.
I mean? Like, you know?
Still make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I make music, I'm not really thinking of anyone else. Like, you know.
I make music that I would want to hear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Charlotte's got a lot, should publish some shit about that. That's what I think. Hearing people talk about their their music that way is what makes people want to make music in the first place, and makes people who can't make music fascinated with musicians. I think it's a lucky feeling.
And we were just talking about.
I don't care at all.
We were just talking about Tom Waits. We were talking about.
Yeah, that's why. Like,
I mean, I don't think they ever made music and thought, oh, this is gonna be a hit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's kind of the only time I will criticize an artist if I can see they're like actively doing that, trying to go the other route as opposed to like natural stuff.
see, I'm sure you see it all.
Because, like, I don't know, it's not necessary. Just do what you do. Like, you know, you get whatever you can out of it. In this day and age, like, if you put it on the internet and it's good enough, like 10 years go by, like, you can still show that to somebody. Or if in 10 years, like, you're doing something completely different, like, you can still have that back catalog that you stand in front of proudly. Like,
I will say the videos are important. That's why it's important what you're doing. It's important, like,
exactly.
You know, with our blogs. I mean, it's really our duty to put these people out there. You know, we don't have any responsibility, but we got to give them a platform.
The visual presentation, I think, is key, man. For any artist, for any individual trying to get their name out there, you gotta connect with people, and the best way to do that, especially through the internet, is to visually show them who you are and what you're about.
Yeah, and just teaming up. Like every independent hip hop artist has teamed up with a dope ass video of it. You know, and I think that's pretty important.
that's how a lot of people get broken these days.
Yeah.
Like into like the above whatever this is.
Right.
You know, this is tight, but like, you know, there's that level above, you know, like the underground or whatever you want to call it, your local scene. But people get broke off a music video. You know, like the next day, whatever you wake up and that shit moved around and
He's taking a Wiz Khalifa. He's taking a Wiz Khalifa.
Y'all talking about me right now?
You take a black or a yellow in there.
Oh, that's nasty. How about Wiz Khalifa was cool, but you came back with it on that. I like it.
This is Red Jesse, and I just took a double rainbow. Everyone's down with that, right?
Hell yeah.
Where can everybody get the album?
Stereoloud.com.
And
All our stuff is on Stereoloud.com. You just go to Stereoloud.com and it'll direct you to Bandcamp from Stereoloud.com.
for whatever album you want.
Yeah.
Is that all available for free?
Yes.
Y'all are crazy.
No, we're not.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest though, the Stereolouder album is fucking dope. Like
Opposite in Normandy, my name is Norman. I'm just looking for normality, a decent wage or salary. Got your back, send the cavalry.